Extra time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.
Perception is something that really matters, and it definitely matters as far as sport is concerned. Take Rahul Dravid, for example, a person with an absolute positive perception, a positive person. No matter how many matches he loses, no matter how many matches he wins, whatever he does, he's always going to have that positive perception about him. Whatever people write about him, it's always going to be something that is going to be positive. He's someone who always gives a good example to even youngsters who are wanting to play the sport. But then there are some people who, no matter how many matches they win or lose, no matter what they say, no matter what effort they put, they've always carried a negative perception, right? They've always been criticized. One of them is Ravi Shastri. In the 1980s, whenever he played, Hi Shastri is something that, resonated across India because of his slow approach to batting. There were times when he played extremely well, but yet the entire crowd went Hi Shastri. There were times when he, in fact, came down the pitch only to defend a ball. So that was Ravi Shastri for you. Even today, the Hi Shastri brigade still goes on, maybe not on the field, but then definitely on social media. A little early during Shastri's tenure as the coach, when India had lost matches to both England and South Africa, and in fact both England and South Africa had beaten India pretty convincingly, Shastri had said that this is perhaps the best touring team that he had ever come across, that is the Indian team he was talking about. Now, to which Sunil Gavaskar had reacted. He said that even during the yesteryears, when India weren't winning so many matches, even then the teams that went to the West Indies and to England were better teams. Taking a nap has been a regular habit as far as Ravi Shastri is concerned. During a match in Ranchi, Shastri dozed off. In fact, he went off to sleep. And the cameras being sensitive, they picked it all up. And then, in fact, even a few months earlier, during the England tour in England, Ravi Shastri had dozed off. He had been trolled, he had been criticized, his photographs were out. But then what did he do? He went off to sleep again in the next match. That is Ravi Shastri for you. A very memorable and a very close test match was played in Adelaide. India had won it and Ravi Shastri was very excited. In fact, he was thrilled to have won that match. Obviously so. Adelaide, outside India, Australia. But then Ravi couldn't really keep his emotions in check. When an interviewer, in fact, called him for an interview, he said something that was a little unparliamentary. He said, "Sach bole to muh mein goti aa gaya tha." Now, this is something that was a little strange. Ravi Shastri thought it was funny, but then his fans didn't. He was trolled again, he was criticized again for saying something that was not really, a message that his fans wanted to hear. And more recently, Ajinkya Rahane had something to say. After that famous victory in Australia, where he was the acting captain in the absence of Virat Kohli, it was one of those tests that was perhaps, one of the best series that has ever been played in world cricket. A massive comeback as far as India is concerned. Rahane had taken some decisions in the interest of the team. But then Rahane said that although I had taken those decisions, someone else got the credit. And we of course know who he was talking about. Ravi Shastri during his playing days had always been a very gritty cricketer. And if you ask me personally, I think he's always been a very good cricket commentator too. But then there are some people who, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you may be doing the right things. You're always trolled and you're always criticized. That's how life is for some people. I'll be back with more. Till then, goodbye.
This is Extra Time! Extra Time!